Hello there. This is an astrological forecast for Libra for May of 2012. And this also applies if you have a Libra ascendant. So my dear Librans, this month your ruling planet Venus goes retrograde on the 15th of the month until the 26th of June. So it's retrograde for about 6 weeks, happens about every 18 months. So it's going to especially affect you because it's your ruling planet. It's happening for you in your 9th house. And of course it affects your finances and your love. So with it happening in your 9th house, there's a very strong possibility that somebody from your past or from overseas or an overseas connection could come back into your life again. There's also a possibility that you may meet somebody romantically and feel as though you fall in love with them. And of course, we've got to be careful with you Librans because you do love generally. But during Venus retrograde, try to go slowly, because once it goes direct after June the 26th, you may find that you actually are not attracted to that person anymore. The other thing is, during Venus retrograde, this is not a good time to have any serious beauty treatments, to have any cosmetic surgery, to change the way you dress or the way you appear. Not good, because very often things don't turn out so well for you. It's much better to wait until Venus is direct for that kind of a thing. It's a very good time for reconciliation. If you've fallen out with somebody, you've had a disagreement, during Venus retrograde, you can get that peace and harmony that you so love to have around you in your life. Although I have to say to you, you're still up against the fact that Mars is in your 12th house, Librans, so still a lot of underlying frustration that you experience. I think you're giving away a lot sometimes just for peace, just for things to be all right, and underneath you in fact are very angry and really feel as though you could screw somebody's neck around sometimes, just because you may feel as though you're being taken advantage of, your good nature being taken advantage of. So the good things during this Venus retrograde for you are that it's a great time to buy any second-hand goods, any antiques, because very often people selling things don't know the real value of them, and you can probably get them at a very good price. You can pick up a real bargain. The beginning of the month, we've got Uranus conjunct Mercury in this 7th house of relationship. So I wouldn't be surprised if suddenly somebody interesting comes into your life, all of a sudden, out of the blue. Expect some stimulating encounters, as though things are speeding up. So I'm anticipating there could be some interesting people dropping into your life. And equally, of course, it's Uranus. They may drop out of your life again, but nonetheless, they will have awakened you in some way in a relationship. A lot happening for you this month in your 8th house of joint finance or finances. Could be an inheritance, could be money coming through somebody else, could be an insurance policy coming, maturing, but also it's a good time actually for any kind of, shall I say, sexual encounter. Could be a good situation for you this month for those of you in that arena or looking for that. With the Venus retrograde, all I'm saying is just go slowly into the relationship, just so that you're not disappointed, because very often Librans get disappointed because we have such high views and ideals, and then when the reality is different to that, then we can get very downhearted. And I don't want to see you get downhearted. Lot happening for you in this 9th house, as I said, so wonderful time for studying, for learning something new, for any kind of global or international business, and also for teaching and sharing information, for writing, for blogging, for networking. All of these things, very good time for doing that. Also, many of you are very artistic, and a good time for anything connected with design and designing something. Now, I need to draw your attention that we still have this tightening square of Pluto in your 4th house to Uranus in your 7th house. So it's affecting us personally and globally. For you personally, I would think that there's some tension for many of you in your family relationships and in your one-to-one relationships, where maybe you're feeling controlled, so you haven't got the same kind of freedom as you'd like, and you want to break out, but how to do it without upsetting everybody. So these are questions, and I think this is going on globally, where we're seeing riots around the world, and then people trying to put the lid on people and not allow people their freedom of expression, free speech, and freedom even to get into our bank accounts. So it's all happening. It's happening on the micro and the macro levels. But for you Librans, it's happening with, I would say, some frustrations around boundaries and people maybe just taking a little bit of advantage of you and you not getting to do the things that you really want to do. So you might have to push for that and risk the feeling of not being popular. I know it's not nice, but at least then you're going to feel as though you're freer. So there you have it, my dear Librans. I wish you a great month. Thank you to those of you who subscribe to my free newsletter, subscribing to the videos, liking, favoriting, all that. I greatly appreciate it. And I wish you a great month. Bye for now.